Hey everyone, welcome to Young Mind, the Knowledge Hub. In the last video, we have discussed about how the religion was doing the work of constitution in a detailed manner. Here, I am teaching you from the scratch. If you not seen my previous video, you can watch that now. Link is given below in the description box. Today I am going to start first chapter from Indian Polity Laxmikanth, that is historical background. In this video, we will discuss the company rule from 1773 to till 1858. You will get lot of questions from here. Listen carefully. I will discuss in very detailed manner. First thing, here you may feel in polity why we have to study history. Every rules and regulations which we have adopted in our constitution have a reason behind that. These reasons are vested in our history because this period influenced a lot in building our constitution. Lot of things we learned from this period and we adopted in our constitution directly or indirectly with some modifications. What are those? You will learn here step by step. Till the entry of the East India Company, everything was well and good in India because every king ruling their state with their own rules. In 1600, East India Company came to India as a traders. While coming, they came with an exclusive license. That is, East India Company given this charter. Here, charter means license to trade, which is given by King or Queen of Britain, which is called as Royal Charter. East India Company, by getting this exclusive charter, hence called it as monopoly. So, East India Company enjoyed a monopoly in India. And after this, day by day, they realized the actual situation of Indian kings. At that time, they got to know our weaknesses because here in India, our kings don't had unity with them. And also we had lot of fragments and Indian kings they don't like each other. They always thinking about how to acquire the state of another king. When these situation got to known, Britishers started to take advantages of it. One more thing I have to tell here. In that time, they are well educated, and if you observe one thing, in that time, Europeans are busy with new evolutions. They were finding out many unknown places in Earth and busy with finding the new routes to connect the different part of the world. But here in India, situation is entirely different. We Indians thought crossing the sea is a sin. Why like this? This is done by educated people of India, so-called Pandits, and by the people who recognize it in the upper layer of society. Here, Pandits are telling that don't cross the Indian border and sea. If you cross the sea and went to another country, you are going to lose your caste and religion. Our innocent people believed them. Do you know what is the reason for this? They had a fear of losing a control over society and people because now Pandits and other who are ruling the society they had a hold on innocent people. If people go out of this boundary and came to contact with other world, they will get to know the different aspects of society in the world. They will get educated, they will got explored to the new culture of the world. If it happens, then here Pandits or who are ruling in India lose their power. This is the fear they had, and that's why they are restricting the people to go out of the India. But outsiders are not had any restrictions. They are free to come here and trade like Britishers. When these Britishers came to India for trading, they found all this weakness of our people and took advantage of it. When East India Company came to India, India was a golden world. It is a very rich country which had sustainable fraction in GDP of the world. At that time, East India Company started trading, and they became rich. Gradually, they got political and military power. In 1765, Battle of Buxar took place, which changed the fortune of East India Company. In 1765, they got the diwani right of Bengal, Orissa and Bihar area. This is after the death of Mir Jafar. The then Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II granted the diwani right to Britishers. Diwani right means the right to collect the taxes on behalf of the emperor from the eastern provinces of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. These rights allowed the company to collect the revenue directly from the people of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. In the simple word, we can call Diwani right as civil revenue or tax collection rights. Why only these areas are claimed by Britishers? Because if you look at the map, you can see these three areas are connected to the sea. That's why they focused on this area, because they mainly come to trade. So when they bring goods from other countries, it's easy for them to transport, so that they can build the factories there in a sea surrounding areas. If you observe, they had a factories in all the sea connected areas. From there, they are distributing or supplying goods to different parts of India. And when they got the Diwani right, it will become more easy for them to trade. Along with this, entire scenario is changed. How? In 1858, Sipahi Mutiny took place. After this incident, British Crown took the direct responsibility for the governance of India. Before this also, British Crown was ruling indirectly through company. Now, British Crown started to rule directly, and East India Company was playing the role of intermediate now. Now, British government took the power on his hand. This rule continued until India was granted independence on August 15, 1947. So, in 1765 to 1947 is a period which had impact on our constitution. That is, rules whichever done and implemented by British government had the influence on our constitution, because our people already familiar with this and adjusted for this type of administration, so it will be easy for them to follow. So now, after when we got the independence in 1947, came the need of constitution, and it was suggested by M.N. Roy, a pioneer of communist movement in India in 1934. He was suggested for the first time, and he only for the first time raised a voice about the constitution and said why we need constitution and why we have to make the constitution assembly, etc. Like this, Constitution Assembly was formed for this purpose in 1946, and then we started to make our constitution through this, and we made our constitution draft, and in January 26, 1950, the constitution came to being, that is full-fledged. You may get another doubt here, that is, in 26th November 1949, we adopted our constitution for the first time, but at that time only few parts came to existence, and in 26th January 1950, full-fledged constitution came to existence. And various features of constitution and polity have their roots in British rule. Now it's necessary to know our historical background, and you will get lot of questions from here in your exams. In that, first one is Regulating Act of 1773. This is a very important act. Most of the administrative things we learned from Britishers. Even though we hate them, but we learned lot from them. Now they started to regulate the East India Company. How? We'll see here. Regulating Act of 1773 had a great constitutional importance, because it is the first step taken by British government to control or regulate the affairs of East India Company in India. This act was passed due to the misgovernment of the East India Company that induced the situation of bankruptcy. How? After getting the diwani right, now they become very rich. But here, who became rich? East India Company? No. Company not became rich. Instead of company, his officials became rich. Because of gross mismanagement of funds, corruption, etc., and also they gained the wealth in the form of bribe, gift, and private trading. In that time, it was every Britisher's dream to go India and earn money from there. As you all know, that time India was called as Golden Bird. Because of all this, company came under the debt. So now company came to ask help with British government. British government got shocked. For the retaliation, British government started to dealing with company rule. This is the reason for Regulating Act 1773. To control and regulate the affairs of East India Company in India, a Regulating Act came to existence. Regulating Act, they also called it as East India Company Act because it is dealing with East India Company, and also they called it as Charter Act. Charter Act means to control the East India Company, British government will revise the terms and condition every 20 years. Now they started to regulate the East India Company, creating answerability by doing check and balance. Now East India Company have to give the detail of expenses even for the single rupee or dollar. First time political and administrative function of the company was recognized. From here they laid the foundation for central administration in the India. Features of this act is they created answering authorities. They are called as court of directors. Next step is centralization. In that time of India had three zones of power. They are mainly Kolkata, Bombay and Madras. Every zone had their own governor, their own executive and legislative powers. All of them are independent. Now, by Regulating Act 1773, legislative power of Governor of Bombay and Madras are started to given to the Governor of Bengal. Here, Governor of Bengal started to get more power. Then, 4 members of Executive Council also created. Their work is to assist him. It is just like a Council of Minister in a nowadays. They also called as Council of 4 or Calcutta Council because it was in Calcutta. But this Executive Council also doing the legislative works too. For example, in a cricket, batsman also can do the bowling, right? Like that only. For here, another example we can take. Our PM is a primarily legislative, but who also do executive functions too. Like this only, the Council of 4 also doing the legislative work too. In 1773, there was a executive supremacy. Now, in a nowadays, it is a legislative supremacy. How it is converted? All this we learn from here in historical background chapter. So listen carefully. The first Governor General of India is Warren Hastings. Like this, centralization is started in India. To help, in 1774, Supreme Court was established in Port William, Kolkata. That time it had 1 Chief Justice and 3 judges. The first Chief Justice is Sir Elias N.P. Now problem is started with Supreme Court because Supreme Court also had a hold on company affairs or members. Judicially, Supreme Court is had a hold and the Governor General in Council had a executive hold. So now British government need to pass off amendment. They passed the Amending Act or Settlement Act in 1781. In that they limited the power of Supreme Court. Nowadays we call it as Article 50. Do you know in Article 50 what we read? There we can see separation of judiciary from executive, doctrine of separation of powers. All these are started from here only. Do you understand what I am telling you? This is how we have to connect the things and method of learning polity. Article 50 of our constitution came from here. And after this, servants of company been prohibited from engaging in any private trade or accepting bribe or gift. And one more step took by British government here is, now British government appointed court of directors or governing body of the company to regulate the company to report on its revenue, civil and military affairs in India, as I said in the before. This regulating act of 1773 is not that successful because East India Company was not cooperating with British government. So Pitt's India Act 1784 came to existence to rectify the defects of regulating act of 1773. William Pitt are the PM of British at that time. To get more control on the East India Company, they passed this act in 1784. We'll see the features of this act. The features of this act is, first one, they splitted the power of East India Company, distinguished between the commercial and political function of East India Company. Commercial means from where they gain the income, political means from where administration take place. And they appointed court of director to manage the commercial affairs and board of control, which is new body to control the political affairs. Now double government is established. First one is East India Company, the second one is British government, which is controlling East India Company from different way. Here, Board of Control is supervising all the operations of the civil and military government or revenues, and Board of Control is managing political affairs. In that, it getting civil and military both. Company's territories, first time called it as British possession in India. Means company is ruling, but what it was ruling? It's ruling British possession. That means it is no more company's territory now. And India is now became the liability. It's under the ruling of company, but it's a possession of British government. Now British government had the supreme control over company's affairs and its administration. Britain government administrating India through East India Company. I think you understand till now. Next is Charter Act of 1833. This is the final step to make centralization in British India. Now, Governor General of Bengal became the Governor General of India. India completely came under the control of Britain government now. And civil and military power came under his control, and Lord William Bentinck became the first Governor General of India. And deprived legislative power means taking back some specific benefits from governors of Bombay and Madras. Till now, they are independent to rule and regulate in their provinces. But now everything came under the Governor General of India. And all the decision and rules and regulations will done on the name of India. Governor General of India was given exclusive legislative power for the entire British India now. Regulations started to become acts. Like this, East India Company's commercial body came to end and became purely administrative body. Also, till now, Indians are not allowed to open competition for the selection of civil servants. Now it open for Indians too. And also Indians are allowed to take part in this selection. After this, one more thing is happened is provisions was negated after the opposition from the court of directors. Here charter was passing in every 20 years. So the next charter is 1853. Every charter act is not discussed here. They discussed only those charter act which became the significant contribution landmark. This was the last charter act, and the futures are Legislative and executive function of Governor General separated now. Legislative means which makes a rule and regulations. Executive means which implements that rules and regulation in society. First, political and commercial power was separated. Now, in political, legislative and executive powers are separated. This legislative wing of council functioned as a mini parliament and started to adopt the same procedure as British Parliament. They introduced open competition for civil servants, which is open to the Indians too, and Macaulay Committee was appointed in 1854 to look after the Indian civil service. After this, local representation in the Indian, that is a central legislative council, was started. This is the last Charter Act, and they did not define any time period like in previous Charter Act. In this Charter Act, this is the clear indication of termination of East India Company at any time when Parliament liked. So this is all about today's topic. Remaining part I will cover in the next video. For the notes you can get from my Telegram channel, and also my previous videos links are there in the description box below. I hope you liked this video. So please like and subscribe to my channel, and also share with your friends and other students too. I will be back with another video. Keep supporting. Take care and bye bye.